Luck University plays a very significant role in addressing the country's healthcare needs, especially in southern Thailand. The University Medical Center, constructed on 65 hectares and with 750 beds, and the most advanced medical technology will be operational starting in 2021, serving up to 500,000 patients annually. With a pristine location surrounded by greenery, Luck University is a natural location for a botanic garden. Initiated by the Schools of Pharmacy, Luck University features one of the most beautiful herbal gardens in Thailand. Not only is this garden beneficial to the students of the School of Pharmacy and applied Thai traditional medicine, it is also a place where the public can visit and enjoy. Luck University has one of the most structured 216 hectares botanic garden, featuring a diverse tropical plants. It is also a popular camping ground for the university students and staff and the public. And this is where a Natural History Museum is being constructed. The museum is an initiative of Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Siridhorn. With combined land and man-made lakes of 48 hectares, Luck Park is a famous place for recreation, not only for students and staff but also for the public. Sitting at the park's deck, watching a sunset against Khao Luang Mountains in the evening is a pleasure enjoyed by many. The university is committed to providing education opportunities for all. The university seeks to excel in research and innovations. The university's mission to produce graduates that are both professionally competent and morally sound is uncompromising, consistent with a vision to be an institution of good governance, a source of knowledge for critical problems facing the nation, to unfailingly address community needs, and to strive for international recognition for excellence. A university where young people can embrace their dreams, a university that challenges itself to promote harmony and solve global problems. Change never stops. We are changing. We are a university of quality. This is a land of glory for all.
Good afternoon, everyone, and we are 12 minutes away before the start of our training. So for the meantime, I would like to raise some announcements related to some preliminaries. I would like to make sure that everyone in this Google Meet are now able to register or log in or click the link for the links that were posted on the Google chat box. So we have the link for the attendance sheet. Kindly open that and click your name in there for day one. We also have the link for the Google Classroom just in case you missed clicking on the link that we sent to your email last time. We also have the link here for you to update your bio info in our Google slide. Example, your pictures, if you forgot to put it into, we request our participants, our teachers, to kindly put your pictures into your bio profile and complete it before we start our training for this afternoon. Anything that I missed? I think, and also I would like to request that for the entire duration of our training, all participants must mute their phone, their microphone, unless you do have questions or concerns that you want to raise. You can click the icon, the hand icon, so that we could acknowledge you for your concerns or questions or suggestions, maybe. You could also utilize our chat box for communication and for your questions as well. Thank you so much. We also would like our participants, while we are not starting our session yet, you can start clicking on the pre-test link, which is available in our chat room. Let me repost the pre-test link so that you can answer the questions. There are 5 questions on this Google form. So kindly click on that and you can start answering your pre-test. If you do have questions or troubles related to accessing the file, let us know by typing your concern over onto the chat box, or you can use the hand icon so that you will be acknowledged. Thank you so much.
Don, I think Dodi Costa raising his hand.
Uh, Dodi Costa, you are acknowledged. Kindly, you can open your mic and say your concern. I think he was raising his hand since a while ago. We actually asked him because the moment he clicked on the icon of raise hands, I think he forgot to remove it.
Don, can you show the class attendance list so everybody can see their name? Okay.
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely. All right, let me share to you my screen for the attendance link, your class attendance sheet, to which you can tell us if there are problems on the spelling of your names, if there is a need for us to help you on clicking to the box for day 1.
Could you
So
make
we
it
have from the Philippines. Let's make it
make?
bigger.
Thank you.
There you go. So for the participants coming from Philippines, that starts from number 37 to number 46. So let us know if we missed someone or if your name is not on the list so that we can update the attendance sheet. If you do have problems as well, let us know. Yes, Dodi Costa, you're raising your hand. Go ahead. Fernando de Castro, any concern? All right, let's move to Thailand. I think there's no concern coming from the Philippines as of the moment. Let's move to Thailand. So these are the list of the participants coming from Thailand.
Hello, good
ourselves
afternoon,
ready
everybody.
for
Oh yes, good afternoon,
after this.
Fernando.
We might take
I
a
just want to
little
say
bit
that we
longer.
are from Timor Leste. We are joined too late for today because we finished our class at 1:30. So we are really sorry about this one.
No
We will try
worries.
to follow. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow we will on time.
No
Hello.
worries.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Fernando. What's your concern about?
O- Okay.
Anything
We
else?
just want to adjust about our attend list so we
Okay,
can make sure our attend list for today.
thank you so much for letting us know. No worries. You can be on the 1:30 if you're done with your teaching loads there. So you can join us at 1:30. Any more concern coming from, I think, Kripsa Napong was talking a while ago, wants to address something from Thailand.
Yeah. Can excuse me? Can you now we broadcast? We are here in the broadcasting room, so we get together. Is that okay?
Yes, definitely, that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And now we waiting for another one. She's now editing at she's now at the meeting room. She has another meeting.
No worries, Mr. Christina Pong. I think your name was not yet checked a while ago. Okay. Already. No worries for that.
Okay, good. How can we check this? Can you
Oh,
please?
do you need help? We can check
Yes.
that for you. Can you check?
Thank
We
you.
have Mr. Christina Pong. How about Mr. Siranan?
Miss
Oh, sorry. Miss
Sirinan.
Siranan. Miss Siranan. Sorry for that. We will correct that right now. Miss Bunyawi. Oh, okay. And MS.
Miss
And Miss
Alayapat.
Prati Penyalapat.
Yes.
Okay. So I think their school participants are now complete. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh yes, Fernando, you're acknowledged.
Okay, can you check it for us too from Timor Leste, especially for Canosa
Definitely.
School?
Sure, sure. Which names should we take in?
Yeah, Fernando de Castro,
Okay, Fernando de Castro and
Tiago de Jesus,
oh,
Tiago de Jesus,
Tiago de Jesus.
yeah,
Tiago de Jesus.
yeah,
Okay.
Livia Zanderella,
Livia Cinderella, number 59.
José Saturnino Pereira de Castro,
De Castro, Saturnino de Castro. How about
Esteban also.
okay.
Esteban also.
All
We
right.
all present here.
Okay, thank you. Estivao da Costa Montero. Okay, thank you so much for letting us know. I saw also a while ago Emilio want to speak. Emilio is present. Number 66.
Emilio X Aparicio
Okay, thank you so
from
much.
Timor Leste.
Anyone else along with you there?
Hello. Hello,
Yes,
John.
hello. Yes, Vice President Suri.
Register na. So I should register. Only how they had to register. Naras na.
How is everybody?
Close your microphone, please.
Our So we will be commencing our program right now, and I would like to request Fat to please remove the screen for the attendance sheet. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I am John, and I am here in Thailand, but I am a Filipino. Together with me is my co-MC, my co-host here, Caroline. She's also a Filipina. And the Walilac University, in collaboration with Semeo SEP, organized with SEP and SDG in the classroom online workshop for teachers to have a deeper understanding about sufficiency economy philosophy and its components, and that's how we integrate it to our teaching and learning process. With that, I am very happy to see you all and welcome to this day one training workshop.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. On behalf of Walilac and Sameo SEPs, John and I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate your time, taking time of your busy schedules to join us today. We hope you will find this orientation and workshop we have lined up for you to be engaging and fruitful.
So I'm hoping that everyone was able to be in our classroom right now in Google Meet. Without much ado, we're very glad that you were able to officially become a part of our SEP's orientation and workshop. To officially commence this online workshop, I would like to introduce to you Associate Professor Dr. Serene Maisicro, the Vice President for Global Engagement and Faculty Development of Walilac University, for his welcome remarks. A big round of applause.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm Surin Maisikro. As said, I'm a vice president responsible for global engagement and teaching and learning. My role here is to welcome you all because we are just very happy that we are a part of this great project, Semio's SEPS project, led by Dr. Duriya Amataraviwat and the team, with including Johns and others. So I just want to welcome and congratulate you all for being part of this otherwise very important, very significant project. I just like to say a few words about, I'm not sure, I don't have to convince anyone here about the significance of the project, but because this is based in Thailand, and we are very happy the fact that we have Semio SEP running this program, and Walilac University through Dr. Mallika, the Dean of the School of Science, is part of this. So, and then this is pretty much, our pleasure is really the fact that it's really about the fact that, first of all, it's about international cooperation across countries. This is focusing currently on Southeast Asian countries, but hopefully this will get to go beyond even this Southeast Asian region in the future. So we are very grateful to Semio SEPs, particularly Dr. Duriya and her team. And I'm very happy to see a lot of you being part of this because this is a great international collaboration project. And also this is about, I mean, when we want to propagate any ideas, one of the most effective ways to do this is through curriculum, through school activities. So it's great to see that this is being done through teaching and learning. We want to see the extent to which sufficiency economy can be integrated into your teaching and learning. And this is not no small matter at all because sufficiency economy is about self-reliance. It's about relying on ourselves in not only in times of crisis but in normal times. People should be able to rely on themselves. People should be able to make use of otherwise very limited resources that we have. We are undeniably in a capitalist-based market economy. We can't run away from that. We can't escape capitalism, but we know that we can't put all eggs in one basket, in one capitalist basket. We have to find ways to rely on ourselves, particularly when it comes to things that we need for our survival, for livelihood, including food, shelter, basic medicine, and clothing. So sufficiency economy is about relying on ourselves for the survival, for the livelihood of ourselves, of our family, particularly in the developing country where it is very difficult to compete in a global market. It's always a disadvantage on the part of the developing society to compete effectively with the key players in the international market when it comes to production, when it comes to resources, when it comes to the consumption patterns and all of that. So we have to find ways, and we have been so fortunate in Thailand that the late king of Thailand, King Bhumibol Adulyadej, King the Rama the Ninth, initiated this sufficiency economy to get people, first of all, to think about the importance of relying on themselves rather than on external forces. We know that we have limited resources, but we know that we have to survive. We know that if we can grow our own food, if we can be self-sufficient when it comes to staple, for example, staple food, absolute necessity for daily life, then we can be safe. So this is a very the very point about sufficiency economy. So we are very happy. We are very pleased. I mean, Walayalak University is very happy to be a part of this. It's such a great project by Samuel, based in Bangkok, and the fact that we have a lot of people coming joining this project is a great thing. And I just hope that on behalf of Walayalak University, this is only just the beginning. I'm pretty sure that Dr. Duriya and her team, and Walayalak University will probably in the future continue to come up with other projects, related projects, or the very same project can continue to be propagated to wider people, to wider community. And sorry, currently I am not at university. I'm meeting with members of community. Walayalak University is located in a regional area. We have to work very closely with local people. So right now I am with the community, with the people whom Walayalak University members continue to talk very frequently, to talk about the very thing about how to make things better, whether we have some ways to increase the income. The collaboration between university and community members are very close. So I'm sorry if it's a bit noisy behind me. It's very common for community people. So yes, again, welcome, congratulations to all of you on joining this project. Thank you very much, John, and thank you, Dr. Duriya, and thank you, Dr. Malika, and congratulations to all. I'm pretty sure this is going to be
a very rewarding experience for you and your students and administrators at your school. So thank you very much again for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Serene, for for your educational speech regarding the importance of research to SEPs, Wallach University, and of course, the participating schools. Surely, you are right about self-reliance, especially in times of crisis. We hope that this workshop will help every one of us to survive in trying times by learning the SEPs concept. John?
Thank you so much, Dr. Serene. And without much ado, let's all hear the speech of our Semeo SEP Center Director, none other than Ms. Duria Amativibat, to our dear participants. So let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, John. Good day to all of you. First, let me express my appreciation to Associate Professor Dr. Surin, my secret Vice President of Wallach University, for your work address earlier. Thank you so much for your cooperation, and thank you for the team from Wallach for making this research project possible for senior SEP. So I would like to congratulate all of you, teachers from the Philippines, from Timor-Leste, and from Thailand. This afternoon session is a special arranged for you. We had the session this morning as well, and it went on very well, and hopefully it will be going on very well with all of you three countries. We also will have some additional members coming to join us, Cambodia and Indonesia, another session for them. So altogether, there will be 9 countries from single member countries participating in this classroom research. So congratulate for all of you for being selected to represent your countries in joining us today. And this is, as the title say, it's a pilot project. So this is a very special honor that we will be pioneering this regional pilot study together. Our starting point for this research initiative is the belief that SEP is a tool that can help prepare students, as Dr. Surin just mentioned earlier, that the project which require more sustainability would start from schools. And changing mindset is easier when you begin early. So that is why we believe that SEP is a tool that can help prepare students, and through them, their families and wider community as well, to face current and future sustainability challenges. We believe that SEP can complement or boost existing approaches and make a positive contribution to the pool of resources that schools have already created or draw upon in their efforts to build a greener, more balanced, and resilient futures. This project requires cooperation among the school members, such as from your principal. We had the orientation for your principals yesterday, so they will be very supportive to run this project. And I think that they have been already engaged to, they have been already committed to work with you, and very supportive to all of you. So I believe that even though we have some kind of, time strain and workload for you, but we try not to overload your work. And we will be here to assist you in whatever way that we can. Because we believe that the task for you, or of the teachers who join this particular project, is to identify entry points where they can insert SEP-rich elements. You will hear SEP-rich elements a lot during this training workshop. So we believe that all of you can insert SEP-rich elements into your existing lesson plans without changing any learning objectives or your curriculum. So we don't have any intention to change your curriculum or adjust your curriculum, but we would like to complement into your lesson plan whatever existing practice that you have right now. So we would like to complement to make it better in terms of infusing the positive mindset for your student. So the first step of this project will be to deepen your understanding of SEP, which there will be a presentation later. It's going to be a pre-recorded because it will be a record from this morning session, but please be assured that I'm going to be with all of you until the end. So whatever you would like me to clarify, please feel free to do that. And as the one of the core strategies of our center is research. It's part of our activities that we highlight the research. We would like to work on capacity building. And we believe that in this breakthrough initiative, you will be provided with evidence that regarding the impact of integrating SEP in your lesson plan. And this will enable CMO SEPs and the CMO organization as a whole to formulate and implement a more meaningful program and activity. We are confident that you too will benefit from these experiences. And classroom research is an excellent way to support group thinking and cooperation among teachers, education leaders, principals in your schools, and the communities leader in your neighborhood. And with the joint effort with Walayalak University, our CMO SEP would like to thank Walayalak University once again for your cooperation in this project. And we will join forces with Walayalak University on planning and delivering this joint initiative to a very successful way. And as partners among our two organizations, we look forward to offering teachers practical guidance on nurturing a SEP mindset in order to find lasting solutions to concerns we all share. And please feel free to contact us anytime. Walayalak University as a researching team and single SEPs as the supporting and partner to this particular project. So after this workshop, feel free to contact us. We will have regular communication with all of you because after the session, after the workshop, you will have to work on your particular project in your school, your lesson plan. So if you have anything that think that we could help you or assist you or whatever service that we can provide, please feel free to reach us, either Walayalak University or CMO SEP. And from my side, I think Abigail, whom you have earlier contact with her, will be the coordinator from our side. And thank to Dr. Malika for your leadership in this project. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Surin, for your leadership as well.
Thank you very much, Ms. Daria, for that marvelous speech. We all hope everyone will gain knowledge in this online workshop and would apply these guidance and knowledge to our daily lives. So now let's proceed to our photo op. I am requesting everyone to do 3 poses for our photo session. So the first pose that we are going to make is the mini heart. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and someone will take our photos. Okay, so
We would like
let's
everyone to kindly open their
open the
camera
camera.
so that we could have your photos recorded.
Okay, so let's start with the mini pose. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great job. The next pose that we'll have will be the cute face pose, which is like this. Okay, right, that's good. Let's show our beautiful faces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, right. Great. And the last one is anything that you would like to pose. You can do like this or wacky faces. It's up to you. Okay. So in 3, 2, 1. Okay, great job. I know everyone wants to see their faces, their beautiful and handsome faces. So we're gonna let you see the screenshot of our photo op. Okay, we're gonna show the screen and let's see our beautiful and handsome faces. Okay, hold on.
You can also grab these photos on our Facebook page. Every photo that has been recorded and captured are actually found in our Facebook page, and we are live in YouTube and Facebook Live as well. So those are your photos, and thank you so much for cooperating with us on the group photo. All right, at this point in time, we will be introducing to you first our research team and the people behind this pilot research study and workshop training. So to start with, I would like to call in Ms. Abigail Lanceta to introduce the members or the team coming from Semeo SEPs. And this will be followed by me introducing the Walalek University research team.
Hello, everyone. Happy to present the SEPs team on behalf of my boss, who is actually in the audience. Starting with our director, Ms. Duria Amata Vivat. She's there. And then another colleague, Miss Elizabeth Sol. We call her Libby. Libby, show yourself. And that's me at the middle, Abigail. There's another slide that shows the other members of the SEPs team. We have Miss Piapa. They should show their screen. And second is Miss Art or Aticha. And then the young lady is Miss Paparwarin or Uy. And the handsome guy is Tosu or Yas. So this is the team that works behind the scene. We are all based here in Bangkok. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abigail, for introducing to our participants the team coming from Semeo SEP's center team. All right, let's go to Walalek University training team. To start with, we have Associate Professor Dr. Christina Jaron-Sutasani, the Director of Center of Excellence for Eco-Informatics and Deputy Dean of School of Science and Research, Walalek University. We also have Associate Professor Dr. Malika Jaron-Sutasani, Dean of School of Science, Walalek University. And we have Dr. Niratnat Kerpraset Rakangtong, Dean of School of Accountancy and Finance, Walalek University, and our SEPS coordinator as well, Dr. Jintani Ruzi, Assistant Dean, School of Accountancy and Finance, Walalek University. And your Masters of Ceremonies, yours truly, John, from the Philippines, based here in Thailand, and Sarlene Olivar, my co-MC. Alongside with us is our support staff for technicalities. We have technical support team, Kataria Siley. We have Chacha Satarat. Guys, you might open your camera so that everyone would be able to recognize. Fatima Nichuong, Arisana Tongaram, and Kamot Wong Lim. So those are the teams coming from Walilak University and Simayo SEPs. Thank you so much and welcome to our training. So at this point, we will be also giving you the chance to introduce yourself to us as our beloved participants. So are you ready? We will be showing to you the slides that you had been working, that Google slide for you to be able to introduce yourself. To start with, we will have our participants coming from the Philippines. Ms. Manay Sai. You can open your microphone and you can start doing your introduction. We prepared and we will share the screen for you.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Miss Vina Rose Faimanaysay from the Philippines, currently teaching in Marcelo H. Del Pilar National High School, handling Science 9 subject with a 5 years teaching experience.
Thank you so much, Ms. Manaysay. Now let's move on to the next participant coming from the same school in the Philippines, Mr. Rodriguez.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joshua C. Rodriguez. I'm a teacher one at Marcelo H. Del Pilar National High School. I'm currently teaching grade 7 science, and I've been teaching, I've had a 7-year experience in teaching, 5 years in the private school, and more than 2 years in the public school here in Marcelo. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rodriguez. Next in line, we have Mr. Ronquillo from the Philippines.
Good day, everyone. I'm Mr. Joseph Aldo C. Ronquillo from a teacher one from Marcelo H. Del Pilar National High School, and I am teaching research 2 to our STE learners. And I've been in the teaching profession for about 12 years.
Thank you
very
so
much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. Ronquillo. Now we will be moving on to Mr. Nick Dow. All right, so I think Mr. Nick Dow is still not yet available, so we will move on to Mrs. Cantilia.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Girly Cantella from Marcelo H. Del Pilar National High School. I'm currently teaching grade 8 students, and I've been teaching for 9 years.
Thank you, Ms. Cantella. Now we will move on to the next participant coming from the Philippines, Mr. De Los Santos. All right, so let's go to Mr. Dinukay.
Hello, ma'am. I am Daryl C. Ginukay. My name is Daryl C. Ginukay, and I hold licenses as both a teacher and a nurse. I received my nursing degree from St. Paul University, Philippines, a recognized university internationally. It's also the school where I obtained my Master of Science in Teaching and Nursing, as well as my PhD in Science Education. So I am currently teaching at Cagayan National High School as a research teacher. Mabuhay from Philippines.
Mabuhay, and thank you so much, Mr. Ginukay. Next, we have Miss Agkaw Ili.
Good afternoon. From the Philippines, I'm Miss Jovia Pagkawili, teaching Science 7 and 8. for 23 years.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jovi. Next is, so we also have from the Philippines, Ms. Alcahupas.
Sir, it's Alcatupas.
Oh, sorry for that.
It's okay.
For the spelling.
It's
We will
okay.
correct that for you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So I am Lady Sunshine Alcachupas from Cagayan National High School, and I've been teacher for 8 years, and I've been teaching science, 7, 9, 10, and environmental science.
Thank you so much, Ms. Alcachupas, for your introduction. And the last but not the least, coming from the Philippines, we have Ms. Zinampan.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Mrs. Marites Tudao Zinampan from Cagayan National High School, teaching grade 7 science and environmental science. Thank you very much.
And those are the participants coming from the Philippines, and thank you
John,
so
can
much.
we go back? There's one teacher would like to introduce himself.
Sure, go ahead. Please
Ayan.
go to the screen. We have Mr. De Los Santos.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. As seen from my profile, I am Mr. Crisbert L. De Los Santos. I am a science teacher, biotechnology and research teacher at Cagayan National High School, and I have been a grantee for Simeo Inotech Guru 21 scholarship for the past couple of years. And mabuhay everyone. Thank you.
Mabuhay, and thank you, Mr. De Los Santos. All right, so in case that we missed someone during the introduction, let us know on the comment box section or on the chat box section. And we welcome our teacher participants coming from the Philippines. Thank you so much for being with us today. Now we will be moving on to Thailand participants.
Okay, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rachata Janpun. You can call me Pinky. I am Thai teacher and I teach Thai language in Huyo School. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Miss Rachata, right? Okay, next in line is Mr. Sankari. Hello, sir.
Hi everyone. I'm Warapatharakon Sakarit. I'm teacher in Thailand. Teach physical education for 6 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much too, and you're welcome. Next in line is Mr. Redthong from White School.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm teacher As. I am a teacher at your school. Nice to meet you all. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you, Mr. Redthong. Next in line is Mr. Kat Metha. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced the names in Thai. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sathian Ketmetha. I teach physics and science at your school. From Thailand. Thank you.
Welcome to this workshop, sir. Next is Miss Tiptong from the same school here in Thailand, Wayot School. Hello, Miss
Good
Tiptong.
afternoon, everybody. My
Good
name is
afternoon.
Panrat Tiptong. I am a teacher at Huayot School. I teach grade 9. I have been a teacher for 5 years. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too. Next in line is Miss Natala.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sasi Pratimatalang. I come from Thailand in Srinakarinta, the Princess Mother School. I study in science and chemistry. I love environment research. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Nice to meet you too, and welcome to our workshop, Miss Natalang. Next in line is Miss Tirapitayanot in the same school. from the same school. Yes.
Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Kanyalapat Thila Pithiyanon. I come from Sinakrindra, the Princess Mother School, Phuket, Thailand. I am a teacher. I teaching about biological science and engineering. And I interest in health and environmental research. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Next in line, we have Ms. Boniawi from the same school.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Punyavi Tesha Pathavalakun. I'm a science teacher and I'm teaching in biological science for grade 10 student of Sinakrindha, the Princess Mother School, Phuket. And I'm interested in kind of activities, kind of adventure and also nature's exploring. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bonyawi. Next in line is Mr. It's Miss. I think it's Miss Servinan from the same school in Phuket.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sirinan Manui. I come from Thailand. Srinakarin, the Princess Mother School. I teach science. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too, Miss Serinan. Next in line is Mr. Pracha from the same school in Phuket.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Krishnapong Prasha. I've been teaching English for 7 years, and I'm interested in linguistic and environment. I'm glad to see you guys, and I'm glad to be a part of this conference again. Thank you.
Oh, it's glad to see you too, Mr. Pracha. I'm also a language teacher, an English language teacher here in the southern part of Thailand. Now let's welcome participants from Timor-Leste. John?
Those are our participants coming from Thailand, and thank you so much for being with us here today. And we are now moving on to our participants coming from Timor-Leste. So we start with Mr. Jose Castro.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Now I would like to introduce myself, all of us. And my name is Jose Saturnino de Castro Pereira. Come from Timor-Leste, a new country. And I'm a teacher. I'm an English teacher, teach at the Canossa School, San Magdalena de Canossa. And my interest is teaching because a long time I've been. Okay, I think that's all my introduction, Charles. Thank you for all of
Thank
you.
you so much, Mr. De Castro. All right, so let's move on to our next participant coming from Timor-Leste.
How many
Mr.
years do you teach?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My complete name is Fernando de Castro. You can call me Nandu. I'm an English teacher. I have been teaching English for 14 years for junior high school. In our school name is Santa Magdalena de Canossa. So I'm interested in teaching and also boxing. That's all about my self-introduction, and thank you very much for your kind attention.
We would like to request our participants coming from Timor-Leste to please let us know how many years teaching experience you already had. Mr. De Castro, would you like to tell us how many years of teaching experience?
14 years.
Oh, that's long already. Thank you so much. How about Mr. Jose Castro?
Jose Castro already 24 years.
24 years.
25 years.
Okay. Thank you
Sorry,
so
25.
much. Thank you so much for that information. Okay, so let's move on to the next participants coming from the same school at Santa Magdalena de Canossa. Miss Zenderella. All right, I think Miss Livia is still having a class, so let's move to the next participant. We have Mr. Montero.
Why? How many that?
Oh,
No.
we have here Miss Zenderella. Go ahead.
Livia, sim. Yes. Uh, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mrs. Livia Zenderella. I come from Timor-Leste. I am teacher. My school name is Santa Madalena de Canosa. Number of years as teacher, 14 years old. So thank you very much for attention.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Zanderella, and welcome to our training for this afternoon. All right, so the next participant in the same school of Timor-Leste, we have Mr. Montero.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Esteban Sebastian da Costa Montero. I'm from Timor-Leste. School name Santa Madalena de Canosa. Number of your teacher 10 years. Nice to meet you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. I think I want our participants, teachers from Timor-Leste to add up their subject taught or the subject of specialization that you're teaching in your school so that we will be aware and our other participants from other countries would also be aware of what are those subjects that you are really interested in you're teaching as of the moment. Okay, so with that, we have good afternoon to Miss Zara. She is online right now. Unfortunately, she cannot see us. Maybe the camera is not yet enabled. But yeah, thank you so much for coming here as our teacher participant. Next in line, we have Mr. Tiago De Jesus. Mr. De Jesus. I think Mr.
Wait for a few minutes.
Oh, sure. We will go back to Mr. De Jesus once everything is okay on his end. So let's go to the next participant.
Lawson. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Mr. De Jesus. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tiago de Jesus. I come from Timor-Leste. I was teaching Santa Madalena de Canosa High School, one of private school in East Timor. I am art and musical teacher. I was teaching during 15 years for 9th grade of junior high school, and nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. De Jesus, and welcome to our training. Let's move on to the next participant coming from Timor-Leste, from school EBC Esperanza, the Patria. We have Mr. Caetano.
Sila te use itatet ne Elsa niang falime. Sila te use Elsa niang falime.
Okay, we will go back to Mr. Caetano. Maybe he's not yet available. So let's move on to the next participant from the same school, Mrs. Elsa Gutierrez.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elsa de Conceição Gutierrez. I am from Timor-Leste. Now I'm teaching in public school called Esperanza de Patria. And I've been teaching Portuguese language for 10 years. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Gutierrez. Now let's move on to the next participant. We have Mr. Didios. All right, we will go back to Mr. Didius if he is already available. The next participant from the same school, we have Mrs. Dizera.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeswinya Durasario Deseria. I'm from Timor-Leste. I'm the English teacher for grade 7 or 8 at ABC Esperanza de Patria. I have been taught almost 10 years. And nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too, Mrs. Viveria. Thank you so much and welcome to our training. And the next participant coming from Timor-Leste is Mr. Aparicio.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Emilio Augusto Jimenez Aparicio. I come from Timor-Leste. I'm a sport teacher. My school name is ABC Esperanza da Patria, Pecora, Dili. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we could go back to, thank you so much, Mr. Aparicio. Is Mr. Dios is
Can we
now
ask the
ready?
subject and the years that he's teaching?
Oh, Mr. Aparicio, would you mind sharing what subject do you teach and how many years are you teaching in your school?
Grade 9.
What subject are you teaching, sir?
Sport.
Okay. How about how many number of years are you teaching in your school in Esperanza de Patria?
$29.
Oh, 29 years. That was so long. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Aparicio, for that information. All right. How about Mr. Agustino Dios? Are you now ready? All right. So in case that we miss someone and is ready, please let us know on our comment box on our chat box there. Again, I would like to remind everyone to keep updating your Google slides for your bio, especially the language, the subject that you are teaching, and the number of years being a teacher. So this one is open. Okay, De Los Santos. Um, for the audio and camera, it's actually on your computer that you can adjust. You have there the more options section. In case you are having trouble, let me go ahead and try sharing my screen. Anyway, we still have time, so let me give you a rundown of how to enable your camera and your audio or your microphone on your computer or on your device. So let me present to you my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see now my screen. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
great.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you could see it, there is this 3 dots. Click on that. You have there settings. And when you click on settings, you have there microphone, and you have there your speaker. So you have there for audio, you have there the microphone. So you select which microphone or which microphone you're using. I would like to request everyone to use a headset if it is possible, because it would be better to have the headset for better audio.
Yan na rin yung headset. Tagalog mo na lang. Sila, Chris.
Halo.
We would like to request
Itu na dia kela.
our participants to please mute their microphone. Kindly mute your microphone at the moment. If you do have questions or concerns, you may type it into our Google chat box. Thank you so much. So if you want to open your video or your camera, you have there the video, and you're gonna have to select which camera you have to choose. So from there, it would automatically enable your camera and your audio settings.
Tutup.
Jaringan.
Jaringan lah dia kan.
Okay. Can I request our participants to kindly mute their mic in a moment? Mr. Didios would like to introduce himself. So let's welcome Mr. Didios.
Hello, Mr. Didios. You can now introduce yourself.
Hello, Mr. Deus, please.
Halo, Mr. Deus.
Mr. Dedeus, where are you?
Okay, we'll get back to him later. We are going back to Mr. Nick Dow. He was not able to introduce himself earlier. He's from the Philippines. Mr. Nick Dow, we're giving you the time to introduce yourself. Okay, there you go.
Hello, good day everyone. I'm Sir Alan Jimbal Nick Dow, teacher at Marcelo H. Del Pilar National High School here in the Philippines. I love doing sports and I'm teaching science here in Marcelo. I'm in the field for 6 years, so it's been an honor to be part of this workshop. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nick Dow, and welcome to our training workshop for this Day 3 training workshop for teachers pilot classroom research project for SEMEO SEPs. It's spearheaded by SEMEO and Walilac University. All right, so for those participants that were not able to introduce themselves, you can just type in your name there or your comment so that we would be able to acknowledge you. Now we will be moving on to our next part of our session, which is on the run through or the overview of the 3-day training workshop. So what are those things that we will be doing within the 3 days of this training workshop? To start with, we are now at our day 1, and this is the orientation part, and some concepts will be delivered later related to SEPs. I'm not sure if every one of you already has the idea of what a SEP is and how it is being used in our teaching learning process. But for later, as we go to our session proper, which will start at 2:35 Thailand time, we will be delivering, the Simeo SEP Center will be delivering to you what is SEP, its concept, and how it is integrated as part of the pilot study to be conducted and where you are part of. And along with that, we will also be introducing to you the research design for this pilot study, in which there is the showing of the model of what is the research going to be and how the research is going to be conducted. And also, what are the expected outcomes? Well, all the materials that we will be using and are going to be used for day 1 to 3 are available in our Google Classroom. So that is for day 1. Also, as I've mentioned a while ago, before 1 o'clock, I posted the link of our pre-test. So everyone kindly access the link for our pre-test, because as of the moment, we could only see 9 responses coming from our teacher participants. So we are requesting our other participants, because there are supposed to be 30 responses coming from you guys, since there are 10 teacher participants coming from each country, 10 from the Philippines, 10 from Thailand, and 10 from Timor-Leste. So from there, we should have 30 responses. And at the moment, we have 9. So we posted again the pre-test link on our chat box. So kindly click that one. There are only 5 questions, and I think it will not take a minute for you to be able to answer all those 5 questions. As we go through with our daily session on day 2, we will be using your lesson plans. So I am requesting also and reminding every teacher to please upload your lesson plans on our Google Classroom. I hope that everyone here in Google Meet are already in the Google Classroom, because that is where we could upload and get the link for all the resources that we need and we might access in the future after this training orientation and workshop. So the link for the lesson plan Google Drive is already posted in our chat box. So kindly click on that. Just give us one sample of your lesson plan for the subject that you're teaching. Yes, Mr. De Los Santos, go ahead. You're raising your hand.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, I have just a concern. Actually, this is the reason why we haven't submitted our lesson plan yet, because we want to be clarified on what exactly lesson plan are you asking from us, based from our, the subject we teach, or are there anything you would like to include in the lesson plan?
The subject that you're teaching right now, your existing lesson plan, any sample of your existing lesson plan. Say, if you're teaching science right now, if you have a lesson plan in science, then you can go ahead and upload that as a sample lesson plan to the Google Drive.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, so yeah, don't worry about whatever lesson plan that you're going to submit, as long as that is the one that you had been using for your teaching right now at this moment. Apart from the lesson plan, so for the day 2, that's the main reason why we need to have our lesson plan uploaded, because in day 2, we will try to coordinate and link SEPs related concept to your lessons as to where those lessons or SEPs lessons might fall and be useful into your lesson plan, and where you can use SEP concept in the integration of your lesson. So from there, we will be looking into the possible techniques on how to devise your objectives with the SEPs. Don't worry, we will not be bending with the lesson plan format that you had been using in your own country, because I know that for each country has their own format. So you will still follow the format of your lesson plans. We will just put the SEPs concept into the lessons or integrate that to your lessons. So for the sample of the SEP lessons or modules, they are available on our Google Classroom. So kindly take a look on that, and maybe you can try looking into your current lessons or units that you are teaching on your grade level teaching, and try to see where you could integrate those lessons or modules. And on day 3, that's where we are going to make our lesson plan, and you are going to share your lesson plan. And if your lesson plan is already SEP rich, as what our SEP's director a while ago, Simeo SEP Center Director, Ms. Duria said that your lesson plan must be SEPs rich, because that is where this orientation is actually, this workshop is actually bounded. So we will be using that SEPs rich lesson plan in collecting the data and making the pilot study for the research program that we will be conducting into your own classrooms. So all those things will be delivered within day 1 to day 3. Should you have any questions for us or for the presenters, please utilize our chat box to key in or type in your concerns, or maybe you could raise your hand so that you will be acknowledged. Thank you so much. The next part is, so I would like, before we go to the next part, we still have 7 minutes to check in about the responses. I will be sharing to you the screen for the responses coming from the pre-test. So as of the moment, 50% of our participants already submitted the response for the pre-test. We would like the others to kindly click on the link. If you have some trouble clicking on the link or accessing the link, please let us know so that we could further assist you. So again, all the links are posted in our Google chat room. In case that you went out or you are kicked out from the Meet, that will automatically somehow remove all the chat history on your end. So you can just let us know if you need to have those links. And again, as I've said a while ago, in case you miss and you want to grab all the photos for this session, it is available in our Facebook page. And we are also recording this session, and there is a live streaming in Facebook and in YouTube. So you can also get all those information from those social media platforms. So again, I will be reposting the link for the pretest, since we still have 6 minutes to go over with the pretest before we proceed to the first activity as an introduction to our session proper.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes, go ahead, sir.
Can I ask about the lesson plans? We when do we send the lesson plan?
The presentation of lesson plan is when we are done already. That would be on the third day. Maybe some parts of the second day tomorrow and the third day, but definitely it would be on the third day that we will be presenting one sample from each school, because each country has two schools, right? So one school should have one representative to present the lesson plan. That would be on the third day.
Only one example from one school.
For the presentation, but for each samples, we will be collecting one from each teacher participant.
Today or tomorrow?
Today, you can start uploading today until tomorrow morning for the lesson plan samples.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, so we have now 19 responses coming from our 20 responses. So 10 more teachers, 21. All right, so I think we are on time. We still have 4 minutes before our first activity to commence.
John,
Yes, Ajarn.
can we show afternoon session self-introduction slides? Our team captured the photo uh, from the meeting and add their photo. Ask them, can you share the self-introductory slides?
Oh, sure. Okay, we will be.
Especially from Timor-Leste, we capture some of the photo for them, but we still missing some.
Okay, great. All right, so we are now showing the Google Slide screen capture, the Google Slide. So we have here the picture coming from Mr. De Castro. So these are the photos that we screen cap. Next, we have from Mr. Fernando. So we would like to show to you the updated. We have Mrs. Zanderella. Those are beautiful photos. We're still looking for a photo coming from Mr. Montero, so maybe later. We have Mr. De Jesus. Mr. Caetano, we still have no photo for that. We have Mrs. Elsa. We have the Jews. We have, we still need photo coming from Mrs. Desiria. And we have photo coming from Mr. Aparicio. So at the moment, those are the updated photos and information coming from our participants. So in case that you have to add something, that link still open. Okay, we still have 1 more minute for our first activity before our session proper. Oh, by the way, before I forget, we would like to give acknowledgement to the names to you guys. We would like to make sure that we know which country you are belonging to from the name that is registered on your screen. So let me teach you one thing in Google Classroom to where you can change your name. Let me share to you my screen so that you can change your name the same format as I have. So in my name, if you notice, it says here, TH, which is the country, that is Thailand, SEPs, so TH underscore SEPs underscore and my first name. So how do we do that? you have to go open a tab, a new tab. I hope that everyone can see it. And please click on the photo. So this is the photo of my Google account that I use to sign in Google Meet. So click on that. Just click on it. You have there, manage your Google account. So when you click on that, manage your Google account, you can go ahead and click on this tab here. It says home, personal info. So click on personal info and you will see here the name section. So on that name section, click on this arrow and you can edit your name by clicking on the pencil and you can change it the way you want it to. But we are requesting our participants to make the initials for your countries. Say, for example, Philippines, you could say PH underscore SEPs, all capital, and underscore John Rex. That's my name. And then you have to click on save. So after that, you might refresh your page and then that will take effect for your name change. So Cereline, my colleague here, is now posting the step-by-step procedure for you to be able to change your account name. So let me stop sharing my screen. And I think it's time for us to go now to the next part of our session, which is on obtaining your expectation. So let's try obtaining your expectation as what is SEPs to you. If it's not a new idea to you, at least what are the things that you might have had tried to apply in your school or in your community or in your economy or in the society. So with that, we will be opening a tool that is very useful in our teaching learning process in online interaction, and that is our Padlet. So I am posting right now the link of the Padlet into our chat room. Okay, there you go. The link of the Padlet for our first activity is now here. So kindly click on this link. Let me open my screen so that I can share you how do we do the Padlet. So let me also share my entire screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen right now. On your chat box, you have there the Padlet link. Just click that, and that should open a new tab on your computer or your device. So whatever device you're using right now, be it a phone or be it a computer, you should be able to open this page. So when you click that Padlet, you should see this page on your screen. And how do we do the Padlet? We have here the plus sign on the lower right hand side of your screen. Click that. And it says here, option 1, search a place by name. So let's say I have Nakhon. I'm here in Nakhon Si Tamarat. So you have to click on the school where you are actually teaching. Let's say I'm teaching in Kanlayani. This is my school in which I'm teaching right now. So I will click on Kanlayani Si Tamarat School. And you will have here Kanlayani. Now, if you want to add and make your Padlet beautiful, you have here different options, just like when you are typing something in your phones, like when you are chatting. So you have here, if you want to upload a file. So if you click that, you see here, you will have your files in your computer open. So the folders in your computer is now open. If you want to click on a link, then it will ask you to click a link. If you have your link from YouTube, from the web, or from whatever sources you might have, from the camera, from the screen record, then go ahead. Uh, Put in the link. You can click paste the link. You also have here the camera in which you can take a photo. So if you click that, it will open the photo section. So it will ask you to allow Padlet to use your camera. So you just have to click on allow so that you can see your face here. So I'm in the laboratory of Center of Eco Informatics here in Walilac University. Behind me are my colleagues in the technical staff. And if you want to click on or search for an image, you have to click on this one, say Kanlayani Sitamarat School. And amazing, I have here a beautiful hotel. So this is the park in front of Kanlayani Sitamarat. So I could use that as well to show the environment of my school. This is the bridge that connects the old wall and Kanlayani as well. Or I could use some other pictures that are available and presented. So if you have photos on the web, you can go ahead and check that over. So you have here the web, the YouTube, the GIF, and all other options. So what I'm saying is, I want your Padlet to become so beautiful. So let me download a picture of my school. So this is my school, and it's presenting the logo. I just take the other one. All right. So this is a photo coming from our school. So this is the front photo of our school. I will just save image. Let's say all right, and I will go back to my Padlet. I will upload a file to make my Padlet very beautiful. I hope everybody is following what I'm doing. So I will look for that, and where's that name? It says KN here. So this is my file name, and I will click on that. And there you go. This is now my name. I mean, my
John,
school. Yes,
John,
Ajay.
why do we have somebody from North India?
India. I'm not sure as well. Maybe someone dragged.
Himachal Pradesh, okay.
Yeah, Himachal Pradesh. All right, so there, you can also change the title of your Padlet, and you can add a caption like, say, um, front or the facade of And and then you should write something beautiful, or you can say something. Say, for example, if it's a problem, economic problem, or hot issues in your environment, in your school, in your community. Say, for example, garbages.
Let's do the water problem.
Okay.
That is where SEP is very good at.
All right. So for the water problem, maybe you could upload here a file related to water problem. Let's say so if you have pictures related to water problem, let's say water shortage in Thailand. Let me just make it a general image. So say for this one in an agricultural site, and I would like to save that.
Let's have the one with the monks.
Ah, okay. This one. And I will go back to my Padlet, and then again click on this upload a file, and I will just go to the thing that I had saved a while ago. It says the file name was a screenshot, and then I will click open, and that should post the picture that you had just uploaded.
Yeah,
And
let's say a caption is like how SEP can help with the water shortage problem.
okay.
How SEP, yeah.
So go ahead and write something about, maybe you can say the steps or those things that SEP has been done to resolve or solve the water shortage that you have on your own society or community or in your school. Maybe you have problems in your school that you try solving. Say, for example, garbage management or garbage or waste segregation. Maybe you have some issues related to your economy in your society in which your school is also affected. Maybe you can do some moderation. Say, for example, one concept of SEP is on moderation. So maybe conserving water, conservation of water might be one of the ways to address the water shortage. So you can just put anything that are related to SEP, which you think are SEP concepts that could be applied, especially in solving problem in your environment or in your society. So after that, once you're done, if you want to change the background, this is just an example. You have here the white, the colors. So you have purple, you have blue, you have green, you have yellow. Let's say I want to have blue because I'm talking about water. And then click on publish. If you want to remove or change the picture, you can click on remove and then redo the uploading. And if you want to publish your Padlet, go ahead and click on publish. And here you go. I could see here now my Padlet. It's beautiful and something that I could present. So you can make your Padlet longer by typing in what are the things that you will be doing. Should you have questions for me, go ahead and let me know. So these pins here, these are Padlets that were answered during the morning session coming from our participants in Laos, coming from Myanmar, coming from Malaysia, Brunei. So I can see here one in Cagayan National High School. We also have here coming from, I think this is in Malaysia, right?
We have from Phuket.
We have now here coming from Thailand, from Phuket. So you can go ahead now and try posting your Padlet. Oh, I could see now two from Cagayan. So if you want to edit your post, you can open your post. And you can try editing it. Let me show you my Padlet. So if you click on your Padlet to edit your post to make it beautiful, just click it. This one is another example a while ago about garbage. You want to edit it, just click on this edit right next to these three buttons. So click on edit and I will say here, garbage problem in NST or Nakhon Si Tamarat. So I will click on update and there you go. I was able to edit my Padlet. So you can edit your own Padlet since you are the owner of your own. If you want to hover to your Padlet, just, hold and drag your cursor and go to the Padlet of your creation. So I can see two entries coming from Cagayan National High School. What a beautiful school. I like it. So please tell us something about your school and what is the environment is like. So under your add something beautiful, you can put something related to what the picture is telling us so that everybody will be aware of what is in your school or in your place. Maybe you can tell us if there are like problems in your school that simple problems that you applied, some solutions that resolve those problems. Say, for example, if there are waste problems in your school and what did you do to resolve those? Maybe there are problems on students' behaviors or there are some problems on the teaching learning process and you can put the photo of teaching there. Or maybe you can also put the environment that is near to your school to showcase the beautiful surroundings and how did you make it beautiful. Say the landscaping, the designs, and stuff like that. So we have 25 minutes for this activity, and we will be calling out one representative from each school, from each country, to present later the Padlet that you have created. So for the Philippines, we have Cagayan and we have Marcelo H. Del Pilar School. I'm not seeing an entry coming from our participants from Marcelo H. Del Pilar School.
Sorry, we want to know about the hours. How many hours we follow this program workshop? Thank you.
Oh, for every session for day 1 to day 3, we will start from 1 o'clock in the afternoon after 4. So there are 3 hours for every session. So today we will finish at 4 in the afternoon Thailand time. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. For those who have trouble with their internet connection, we can help you by putting in your responses in our chat box, and we can definitely assist you for your answers. So you can put in your answers to our chat box here. And if you want us to copy that and put that to our Padlet, then we can do it for you as well. So on the left-hand side are examples of your Padlets. I could see here from Wayut School. Thank you so much, Thailand. Also from Shinagarinda Princess Mother School in Phuket. We also have from Cagayan National High School. We're still waiting for the other responses from our participants. Okay, I think the problem is on the what device are you using, Mr. Jovi? No worries, Joseph, Sir Joseph. We totally understand how the internet connection in the Philippines works. So, oh, okay, to your laptop. Um, is it your internet connection, Sir Jovi? For that, we will still give you time to be able to make your Padlet. Oh, I think you are opening to sign up. Do not click on sign up. Let me show again the Padlet. So you can close that screen or that window that you open. Okay, sorry, Ma'am Jovi, we have, let me show you. You click on the Padlet, right? And then that should directly give you this screen. I hope that everyone able to click on this screen. It should not ask you to sign up or to choose a plan once you click that link we posted in the chat room. And you have to go over to this pencil. This one is where is the sign up page. If you click on this, it will give you the options to choose the plan. So we request do not click any of these things here because this is the admin control. And then just click on this one.
The pencil icon.
All right, so for those having difficulties with the Padlet, don't worry, we can assist you for that. You can, we're currently having a hard time with our internet connection. No worries, Ma'am Manaysay. So you can actually work on Padlet later. I think for the meantime, let's try checking in. So let me stop presenting my screen. Okay, so with that, let's go and ask some representatives coming from our participants. Maybe we could show three Padlets before we go to our main session. Can we open one from the Philippines? Any representative from the Philippines to present the Padlet? So we're sharing the screen right now. So we have from Cagayan National High School and a representative coming from Cagayan National High School to give us their thoughts about the expectation of SEPs and its application. There. Who would like to give this Padlet? It's a very nice Padlet.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I am trying to share my screen. Can I be confirmed if my screen is already shared to the group?
Oh, you can present your own screen, or you want us to present it's your choice, sir. But go ahead.
Okay, I think I'm already sharing my Padlet to the group, and I'm actually uploading an image. It's an image of the front school of Cagayan National High School. Unfortunately, the internet isn't working so well, so I'm going to just show you one important problem we have is the confronting the escalating waste management crisis at Cagayan National High School. And allow me to read my article here. Amidst the bustling halls and classrooms of Cagayan National High School, the community of over 6,000 students, there looms a formidable challenge. It is escalating waste management crisis. Because we are 6,000, our students are 6,000. Each day, students navigate their academic pursuits. The volume of discarded materials grows, exacerbating an already pressing issue. And with waste bins filling faster than they can be emptied and litter beginning to dot the school grounds, the urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. What was once a manageable concern has now ballooned into a full-fledged crisis, demanding immediate attention and decisive action. And to confront this challenge effectively, a comprehensive strategy is indispensable. It must be encompassed not only short-term solution but also long-term sustainability measures, from education and awareness campaigns, infrastructure improvements, and policy changes. Every facet of waste management at Cagayan National High School requires meticulous planning and execution. And I am now updating my Padlet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing as the management crisis that you do for your school regarding your garbage management. So with that, thank you from the Philippines. Let's move on to the next. Maybe um, there is something that our SEPs or SEMEO center could add for the comment. If there's none, let's move on to the next country. Let's welcome a representative coming from Thailand.
Thailand. Any representative
Yes.
from Thailand? Okay, yeah.
Yes. From Sinakindra, the Princess Mother School, Phuket, Thailand.
Okay, great.
Okay. Okay, as you can see from the what is called pad or something.
It's Padlet.
A Padlet. Thank you.
Yes.
You can see our school environment. Our school is located in the sea swamp. We surrounded by the mangrove forest, and right here you can see the biodiversity. There's lots of plants such as mangrove, hoary mangroves, and paper bark plant, sea almond, and so on and so forth. And also, you can see the sea creatures like the mangrove crabs, muskeepers, millet is kind of fish, and right here in our school, um, as you can see, they is different. They are different kinds of creatures. So we aware of the environmental crisis or the pollution. So that's why we implement the SEP mindset and the SEP principles to create the activity school lesson plans, and also find a way to protect the the animals and environment, and also to prevent a possible pollution that is harmful to human and every creatures. You can thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Kristanapong. Krista Sanapong.
Thank you for letting us know that you are actually integrating SEPs on your lesson plans to be able to protect the biodiversity in your school, especially the mangrove ecosystem. Yeah, I was there also in your school last time for the debate competition, and your school is really nice for the mangrove ecosystem there. Okay, so let's move on to the next country representative. Maybe we have another representative from Wayut, Thailand.
Okay. From Hoyot School in Trang Province. Okay. Our school is very large because we have a lot of the students in our school. There are more than 2,300 students. So that in our school, the problem is there are lots of garbage in our school. I think this is the first thing that we want to solve this problem, because if we have the good habit for the student to keep the garbage in the bin, it is help the environment in our school to be clean. And moreover, we can help the air pollutions or anything else about the pollution in our school. I think this is the first thing that we choose to do in our school. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for giving us that insight in our youth school, and thank you for addressing the garbage problem to reduce pollution in your school. So from there, we are seeing a lot of idea. I could see Mr. Daryl raising his hands. Go ahead, sir.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Oh yes, we can hear
So,
you.
let me share my screen. Ano pa ma-share? Sir, can you just click my output because I cannot share my screen?
Okay. All right, we will go ahead and share your screen. Open the tablet. Share. Okay, Daryl, let us know which one you want us to share.
Okay, so I'm from Philippines. Okay, yeah. At Tuguegarao City.
Tuguegarao, this one.
So, SEPs as a key to reaching a dream, because due to the presence of international universities such as St. Paul University, Philippines, and Cagayan State University, Tuguegarao is recognized as one of the Philippines' best-known educational destinations. There are a lot of wasted skills in this location because poverty is the major issue. Despite this, the individuals here have a mindset that keeps them going, so they never give up on their goals, no matter how difficult it is to be a scholar or how much money they borrow from others. Since the SEPs will be concentrating on how to continue education despite obstacles, it will be essential in assisting students in realizing their dreams. The government may manage its funds better by using the knowledge gained here to support additional students. Thank you very much, ma'am and sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daryl, for addressing those educational issues related to the skills enhancement and some problems that it has been affected due to poverty. With that, we will definitely look into some of those things that where could SEP be able to interject so that those type of issues will be addressed. But thank you so much for letting us know.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. All right, so I think we will be moving on to the last country. We have Timor-Leste. Any representative coming from Timor-Leste? So I think for the meantime, we will give our team from Timor-Leste to be able to put their Padlet. And just let us know the teachers from Timor-Leste to if you are ready to do some presentation. Thank you so much. And thank you to our participants for letting us know and for showing us your expectations and some of the principles that you had been already applied under SEP concept. At this point in time, I know that you are very much ready and excited to go into our session proper. So our session proper will take an hour and 30 minutes to be able to define SEP, its development, motivation, objectives, and achievements. This will be presented by the Center, Semeo SEP Center Director, none other than Ms. Doria Amatavivat, and this will be followed by the citing of example of SEP practices in various sectors such as agriculture, business, industry, education, media, and others, and also naming the elements of SEP like moderation, reasonableness, and prudence, plus the application of knowledge and skills. So we would like to request our SEP team to kindly share your screen for the video presentation on our session proper.
In our region, there are two organizations work on the sustainable development or sustainability that link to the global goal. At the regional level, mainly the CBO work through the what we call centers of excellence, and CBO set is one of the center of excellence. You can see that in our region, there are many centers under the CBO. Let me explain a little bit on the organization. CBO is the highest body of the CBO is a council, what we call council. Council comprises of ministers of education from 11 countries. And there is a secretariat based in Bangkok. Secretariat mainly work on the coordination among the policy level to the implementation level. The implementation level are centered. Among CBO, there are 26 centers in many of the CBO member countries. And CBO SEP is one of the center located in Bangkok. Next slide, please. Let me go through our center a little bit. For the goals and roles of the center, we are mandated to promote the SEP's principle, and many of you have already mentioned about moderation, prudence, and reasonableness already. So this is our main work to promote the principles of SEP and to develop and promote the co-creation of knowledge and skills and strengthen cooperation among CBO member countries. And of course, partnership and networking is also our core goals and roles. Next slide, please. Among the activities, most of our activities highlight the thematic areas, and this will also continue in the next 5 years. So in our thematic areas, we highlight the SEP environment, SEP and life skills, SEP and technology, SEP and culture, but we are not limited to highlight only this. For example, some cross-cutting themes and issues will also be integrated in our activities. For example, digital literacy, future literacy, media literacy, whatever literacy they are, or even financial literacy. So we also work on various areas in the next 5 years. And next slide, please. Among these, I would like to highlight some of our key strategies. Mainly our activities are under the to promote capacity building, research, development. As you can see that these activities, this workshop, this training is part of our research and development, and also at the same time under the capacity building and information exchange as well, because we will exchange what our practices are in senior member countries. And another strategy that I would like to highlight in our center is community development and partnership and linkages as well. Next, please. Let me go through a little bit on our framework when we work on sufficiency economy philosophy. In our center, because one of the core mandate is to promote the philosophy among senior member countries. Of course, this SEP initiative initiated in Thailand, but if you look at the core element or the component of the philosophy, you will see that it also it is applicable to some other approaches, more than national level. So if you look at the core elements of the SEP that are moderation, reasonableness, prudence, we believe that these 3 elements will work based on knowledge and skills, and at the same time virtues. So these are 5 key elements that have to go together. And we believe that once moderation, reasonableness, and prudence based on knowledge, skills, and virtues, you can drive sustainability at all levels, starting from individual level until global level. So if you look at the slides on the screen, you will see that the concept of self mindset will work in various levels. if you want to achieve sustainability. And this will provide balance, stability, resilience in four dimensions. For example, economy, culture, environment, and society. And the ultimate goal of the philosophy is sustainability. That is why I believe that SEP can be linked to the global issues. Next slide, please. Once you have the SEP mindset. And I would like to refer back a little bit on the evolution of the SEP. If you look at the timeline on the screen, you will see that SEP started in 60s already. Because if we look back to many projects, many royal projects, uh, there are some kind of integration of the philosophy into the royal project. The royal project of during King Rama the Ninth, of course, you know that the SEP was an initiative of King Rama the Ninth, and amongst 4,000 royal projects, a lot of them, almost every project, is integrated the SEP concept in implementation of the royal project already. But on the screen, I would like to highlight only two situation, two events. If you look at the year 2006, you will see that the King Rama IX was awarded the what we call UN Lifetime Achievement Award. This is a very rare event, and I think that the first lifetime award that the UN awarded to a person. So in 2006, King Lama IX was awarded with this award, and that was the first time that the recognition of self was highlighted more. And then 2 years later, in 2008, SEP, the concept of SEP has been integrated in education area. And among that, in the Ministry of Education, we create a SEP school. And among 40,000 schools, I believe that more than 30,000 schools have been registered under the SEP schools network. But among these, we also highlight some outstanding SEP school as the center, as the learning center. So right now, I believe that over 600 SEP schools are registered as the learning center. So this is what I would like to refer back on the evolution of SEP into the education area. Next slide, please. And of course, many of you have been familiar with the concept of SEP. So these are the SEP elements. If you look at the middle boxes, you see the moderation, prudence, and reasonableness. These are the principles for management and for decision making. And the basic concept that will make the principles go along very well are knowledge and skills, and then virtues. So these are the basis for decision making, and the outcomes will be reflect into four dimensions: society, culture, environment, and economy. Next slide, please. Just to give us, some of you might not be familiar with the definition. So I would like to refer and explain more about when we talk about moderation, what does it mean? So for moderation, it refers to what we would like to find a balance in what we do. So this is about of middle path of what we are going to do. You should not be too extreme in whatever you do. So just the right about what you are going to do. So you have to balance on your action. And when we talk about prudence, it means that you have to be very careful and in terms of choosing, you have to be wise. You have to be looking on the consequence of your action of when you decide on your action. You need to think ahead of the consequences. And reasonableness mean refer to what is being fair and logical in your thinking and your actions. So this is about making decisions that make sense. Next slide, please. So I highlight two events that relate SEP with education at the national level. Now I would like to refer to the global issues. All of you might be familiar because you are teachers. You are familiar with the SDG Goal 4, which is about quality education to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So among these goals, there are 10 sub there are 10 targets under this goal, or sometimes we call sub goals. If you look at the goal 4.7, it refers to education for sustainable development and global citizenship. So when we talk about sustainable development, it refers to the 17 goals that we have already committed to achieve by 2030. And when we talk about 4.7, education for sustainable development, it means that in education area or the education sector, you should empower students, teachers, educators, or even communities to understand 17 goals. That is why I believe that in education, you have to work on every goals among 17 goals of the SDGs. So next slide, please. Yeah, that is why I would like to say that education is the key to drive all the education for sustainable development, sufficiency economy philosophy, and global citizenship education. So all of this approach will be successful if you blend these approaches into education. So it means that you have to empower all individual communities and whoever, students, teachers, or even adult students with the concept of the approach of the how to drive the SDGs achievement. So next slide, please. If you look at this slide, you will see that if we want to achieve sustainable development, there are many approaches to achieve sustainability. And among these is the global citizenship education, ESD, and as well as SEP, because all of these approaches share the commonality, share the similarity that we would like to see sustainability in the society. Next slide. Okay. Now I would like to refer back a little bit to our objective of this training workshop. So the full title is the pilot study. That is why we have limited some schools among CMEO member countries only, because this is a pilot study. So we hope that if we are successful in this study, we might be able to expand into some other schools or other member countries. For example, there are two schools from each country. I would like the teachers from these schools to be like the hub to expand this study into your cluster schools or schools in your country. So that is why we call this phase as the pilot study. And we highlight this workshop into the integration of SEP elements into health and environment science. But I can see that there are some teachers from other subjects. So we don't want to limit to health and environment science. But at the beginning, we will use health and environmental issues as the example. So I'm happy to see that we also have English or even Bahasa teachers in this workshop. Next slide, please. So the main objective of this research is that we would like to test the integration, as I mentioned earlier, and we just highlight onto example in health and environmental science only, but we will expand to some other subject as well. And the second objective is to demonstrate an in-depth understanding of self. And I'm happy to learn that many of you have the at least the basic concept in SEP. So it's quite easy to integrate into your lesson plan later. And in this workshop, you will learn more about how to integrate into your lesson plan. And the third objective is to promote knowledge and moral skills for transition to a greener and sufficient economy. So when we share the knowledge and the practice that you after you develop, so the next 3 months you will learn from each other. So we'll promote the practices of your schools as well. So we learn, it's a kind of learning and sharing experience under this research workshop. And then we would like to encourage group thinking, communication, and cooperation through cooperative online research. Next slide, please. So this is what we would like to see after this classroom research project. We would like to see the awareness raising increase among educators and students on the SEP integration to be part of the achieving of SDG. So awareness raising would be the first expected outcome. And then we would like to see more practical activities among in daily life of the students, and as well as teachers and educators. And we would like you to work in team because in the school, of course, yesterday we had the orientation for the principals. They know their roles already. And once you are trained in this session, you know what you have to do. And then you will integrate your the SEP elements into the your lesson plan. So students will also have to be part of this project, and as well as community. So we would like to see the teamwork among these project activities. And the last one is the innovation. We would like to see the how you develop the innovative teaching strategies, and as well as the materials, so that we will see how SEP can be integrated in the lesson plan and sometimes integrated in the curriculum. So this is what we would like to see from the expected outcomes after we finish the project. Next slide, please. And next slide will be the last one. So for this study, we create the term SEP rich, which means SEP elements are integrated and infused into. And for the SEP elements, this is what we would like to refer to a mindset and values that promote a balanced decision, good judgment, mindfulness, and other qualities. So we would like to see the integration of SEP element in certain parts of the lesson plan. but we have no intention to change your curriculum. So this is what I would like to highlight. And this project is also what we would like to create the options for teacher to use the step-rich elements in certain parts of the lesson plan only, such as the motivational or introductory activities to capture students' attention, creative methods for assessment. Of course, we will have some assessment during the workshop as well, and procedures in group discussion and decision making. And of course, this is a workshop, so there might be some assignment both to you, teachers, and you have to assign your students as well after you develop the lesson plan. So this is what I would like to share with you. And next slide is our contact. So the next 3 days will be a good opportunity for you to work together, and we will have session that will explain in greater detail about the SEP and SEP elements and how they could be integrated into teaching, learning, into pedagogies. So this is our contact of SEP. We will work closely with Walayalak University and the research team from Walayalak University. Feel free to contact us anytime during the next 3 months or even beyond that. Once we finish, if you have any question or any input that you would like us to work on, even after we finish the project, please feel free to contact us at the contact on the screen. So thank you very much for your kind attention. And I think that we will continue the next session, but I'm going to be with you for the Q&A after next session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Semeyo Seps, for bringing us the presentation of Ms. Doria as our Semeyo Seps Center Director. And now we would like to welcome to our training Ms. Doria once again.
Okay, thank you, John. And my apologies for the recorded presentation. Perhaps it's not clear for some of you. I just want to conclude a little bit on the what are the elements in the SEP. So just to confirm that SEP is a mindset and a set of values where we would like to see knowledge and skills and virtue blended into the core elements of moderation, reasonableness, and prudence. So this is just to enable us to have a more balanced, sensible, and wise decision. And at the same time, we can exercise fairness and reasonableness. So this is just the key elements of SEP. And SEP can be applied to every level of society. So from individual until global level. So this is what is flexible about SEP. And for this specific project, I think that we just create the term that we call SEP-rich elements. So this refer to the elements, the SEP element that will be integrated into your lesson plan. So again, this is a mindset that you will have to see how you can integrate in your lesson plan. So in every subject that you can that you teach. So I'm glad that we have a variety of diverse subjects of teachers during this workshop, so that we can see many good examples. We learn from each other. So I will still be with all of you. And then if it's not clear, I'm happy to respond to any inquiries or questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Daria, for your explicit presentation and explanation about SEP, surely our participants were able to understand its links with global goals and concepts. An open forum will be given to you later once all the important presentations will be finished. So for now, let's continue listening to another presentation regarding the importance of participation of teachers and uh, participation of teachers of SEMEO member countries. This will be presented by Ms. Abigail Lanceta, the SEMEO SAPS Program Officer.
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. The group of teachers in Phuket led by Ajan Chris Sanapong. I see you nicely sitting there. Please wave your hand. Sawadee ka. So hello to the teachers from Thailand, from Philippines and Timor-Leste. And
Hello.
our Walayla, hello sir, Fernando Castro. Our colleague from Walaylak will please share some slides. Special hello to the teacher, Ma'am Zeria from Timor-Leste. She's communicating with me via WhatsApp while we are doing this session, asking about how to change the virtual background image. I hope you have it done now. So thank you for showing yourselves, participants. I'd like to talk about the research design. And as we discuss on this, we will find out the specific roles of teachers and why the teachers' participation is the most important in this initiative. Before I go to that, I would like to say that the study we are doing is developmental in nature, which means we can make adjustments along the way. And that's the essence of a study, such as what we do. As my center director mentioned, this is a pilot study. And I would say that it is an opportunity for SEPs to work with this group of teachers. And this group of teachers, you might also want to congratulate yourself and be proud that you are part of this groundbreaking initiative, the first of its kind. So as you see in this illustration on the screen, I hope you can make it bigger in your respective screen. We see that the design of the research is simply put in an input process output. For teachers who probably have done masters or even in their bachelors, I'm sure you know exactly this simple model, how to illustrate a simple concept of study. You will see that there are 3 columns that we have indicated here. And in terms of inputs, your participation as teachers, the nomination of your schools and your principals is the most important input to this study. As we go along, we will be collecting various profiles. We have circulated teachers' profiles, profiles of your classes. We need IT requirements, and now we are using this Google Meet. Some of you might be their first time to use it. Again, this is an opportunity to learn. We will work on your learning competencies, the subject areas you teach. In the research, we advertise health and environment science. But since this morning in the first batch, we have been hearing other subject areas like English, like physical education and maths. And that gives a broader perspective of the study that we are starting now. We are now not limiting only on health and environment, but we open to other subject areas as represented by the different teachers and their expertise. Another input is this orientation that we are doing. It's important that we balance expectations. We know the definition of terms that we will use, as my director mentioned, is SEP-rich. This is a word we created for this research. But we need to understand what it means from our perspective, from your perspective. And of course, we have several modules and learning resources that we will be working on in the next 3 days, including today. And two things are highlighted in this orientation and workshop, which are the two different things that will make all the difference. I would say that everyone in the audience are experienced teachers, requested for at least 3 years minimum of teaching experience. That means you know so well what you do as a teacher. But probably there's a need for the research team to help you understand what is SEP. And my director has just done that. Tomorrow, we will have another interactive session on what SEP is in the classroom, in teaching and learning. So this is the new concept that we are introducing in the research. Development of lesson plans, lesson guides is something you do every day, every week probably. But how do we write a a lesson plan or a lesson guide that is rich in SEP? So that's what we need to input in the next 3 days. Looking at the processes, this is just focus on one, which is using the SEP-rich lesson plans with your students. Carrying out your plan. And in our design, we kindly request 15 hours minimum of teaching and learning with your students using SEP-rich lesson guides. So the process is straightforward. If we look at input and process, there's actually not much change. These are everyday responsibilities you do in the classroom, in your school. The same with the principals. We talked to them yesterday. There's nothing new that we are introducing in terms of what you do on a daily basis, except the SEP-rich lesson guide or lesson plan. At the output column, after we have done the 15-hour intervention, just like any teacher, we have observations, we have insights, we have lessons learned from the experience. And then from there, we will generate recommendations. And nobody in the entire process of the study could give us that except the teachers, because you will have the genuine experience with the students whom you already know, but the only difference is the flavor of the lesson plan will be a bit different for the 15 hours intervention. And as my director emphasized, the design of the research will not change any existing practice of the schools, of the teachers. We will work within your existing system. If your school requires 1 week lesson planning, then we go by it. If your school requires 3 times a week or weekly, then we go by it. At the end of the study, we only need to request 4 SEP-rich lesson plans from each teacher. You might develop 10 or more, but our requests for research documentation are 4 lesson guides, lesson plans from each teacher. And if the teacher teaches different subjects, we would like to request only one. If you choose science, then it's all science for lesson guides. At the end of the project, we will be able to see outstanding performances. And the research team of SEPs and Walailak University thought that it's a good idea to acknowledge them. So these are things will happen at the end of the research. And once all the feedback, the data from your class, from your school, are all documented and put together, naturally, just like any study, we do an analysis. And from the analysis of the data comes the information. And the information from a research is what we call evidence. And that information has the power to influence policy and practice. So the recommendations from the study and the results are evidence because we are doing a scientific approach to finding knowledge. And this new knowledge is something we will present, hopefully up to the ministerial level. And it will help member countries, including your countries, in designing policy, in designing programs, and improving our practice in education, not only in your country, not only in your school, in your classroom, but the entire region. And if we are really good at it, we might be able to share it in another region outside Southeast Asia. An important element of the research design is feedback. So the research team has developed 14 research tools. Some are for principals, some are for teachers, and some are for students. We will have a chance to discuss on those research tools on day 3. Again, if any of the teachers listening to this presentation of the research design feels that there is something we need to tweak, we need to adjust, an element we need to add, we are open. Please let us know because again, we want this as a developmental process and that is the very essence of the research. The second slide tells us the more practical presentation of the research design. This is the process and the data gathering. Everything I've said earlier it's all here, but we just need to focus probably in the middle column where the teaching and learning using SEP-rich lesson plans take place for 15 hours, preferably in April and May. 15 hours could be completed by a teacher in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 1 month. So we leave it to your planning as a teacher on how you might want to do it. Some teachers or some schools might need more time. And again, we are flexible in doing the research. So please let us know so we could make arrangements. On the left and right-hand side of the screen is a pre-test. And at the end is a post-test. And we will measure the same thing, knowledge, skills, attitude, and values of the students. So those items in bullets are the research tools. And as mentioned, we have them ready. And again, if any teacher or some teachers think that there is something missing, we need to develop another data collection tool, please feel free. At the bottom, we see the lighter shade of blue, and this represents our control group. You see in the control group, there's a pre-test at the beginning, and there's a post-test at the end, but there is no SEP-rich. lesson plans that will be used. Again, as a teacher, you know very well what this means. We need comparison of performances. And that's when we use a statistical tool that, again, you are very familiar, chi-square test. So that is how simple the research, I think. And I hope I managed to explain it to you. And again, if it is not clear, we can talk. And if you think this design is not strong enough and you're better than us in terms of working on research like this, please help us improve this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Abigail. So, hold on. Any questions? Right now, we are gathering questions and suggestions or comments regarding this SAP workshop.
Good afternoon po.
Oh, hello, good afternoon.
All right. Can we clarified on some aspect of the IPO model of the study? If you could present us the slide in the IPO.
Oh, IPO model. Let's.
The
Okay.
research design.
Yeah, so we're going to share the presentation about it.
All right. While waiting, may I just be clarified of the title because the title says Classroom Research on SEP and SGD. Okay, it means that there are certain variables there like the SEP and SGD that will be used as intervention in the classroom. However, in the design, there is only SEP. I cannot see any integration of the SGD, or maybe it is treated as separate variable. Maybe be clarified on this.
Thank you. Sarilyn, can I take the floor?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Sir Chris Burt. Indeed, SDG is part of the equation. So in the overall context, we see SEP as a subset of SDG. So if you notice in the earlier presentation of the center director, when both SEP and ESD and GCED are all geared towards sustainable development. So we did not particularly include an element of SDG, but in the recommendations, eventually what comes out from the results, we should be able to find recommendations that connect to the SDG. Unless you have a suggestion how to present it in this diagram.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with the diagram, especially the IPO model. It's just a little confusing on the subject itself, on the title itself, because the title should contain the dependent and independent variable. And of course, what depends on the performance of the learners or the performance of the entire class will be the SEP and SED, which means also that I am, or at least we are expecting that there are tools of SEP and SDD or SDG. However, like I've said, I have only seen the SEP here, which is the SEP Rich. And since you have already made mention that SEP is umbrella or under the SDG, it's a little confusing to put it together in SEP and SDG. It's seemingly like two different variables.
Thank you very much, sir. That is well taken. We have taken note of this, and we will reflect accordingly to probably remove any confusion on the title as well as the variables of the research. Thank you for that valuable feedback.
Thank you, ma'am. If I may have another question, ma'am, if it isn't too much to ask.
Please,
I
sir.
have an issue, not necessarily an issue, but I think you have already crafted some measures here. But I have an issue on in here in the Philippines, the Department of Education, we follow the research management guideline. So whenever we conduct experimental research or action researches inside the classroom, we always incorporate we always ask the consent of our learners. So I was wondering if, since they are or they will be part of an experimental research such as this, may I ask if you have already consent or how do we go about this?
Yes, sir. Thank you for highlighting that very important aspect of the research. Indeed, we have prepared a consent form. It will be discussed and presented on day 3. And appreciate that guide that DepEd is using might want to share it with us. But in addition to that, sir, since the center and Walailak University operate in Thailand, there's also a law in Thailand that mandates us to do so. So we have a ready draft and we will consult it with the teacher participants on Thursday.
Okay. We appreciate your questions, Sir Chrisbert, and thank you so much, Ms. Abigail, for giving a concise answer for his query. Okay, someone is raising her hand. Mr. Dyrell, do you have any question for us?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for
Okay.
acknowledging me. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Acknowledged. Yes, of course.
Ma'am, actually, I am really amazed with the research design, the input, process, and output, and the data being displayed there. But I actually anticipate that the outputs should include the objectives of the study, which is reflected in the hypothesis, because this is what we want to attain, and this is the output that we want to see. I cannot just see this in the outputs. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Dyrell. Totally agree, sir. If I may say, probably we're trying to sound discreet with the hypothesis, and we did not spell it out in the outputs. But comment well taken, sir. We will probably just move a small box on the output side. We tried to sound generalist in the output and did not emphasize what we really want to say, which is in the hypothesis. But we will add that and reflect that in the output column. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Mabuhay Philippines.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question, Sir Dyrell. Any questions from the other participants from other countries? Okay, Mr. Kristanapong, yes?
I have a
Hello,
little
sir.
bit a small concern about the time frame because our school has will start a new semester in the middle of May. So I'm afraid that we cannot follow your schedule. So could you please reschedule for us, or what can you do this? Yeah. So maybe I think we can do it in the beginning of May. And yes, is it possible for rescheduling?
I take the floor na, Sir Lin. Yeah. Ajan Krit sana pong. The good news
Yes.
is my director has anticipated that. Kundria has anticipated it. And if Kundria would like to say something about it, ka.
Yeah, thank you, Abigail. Well, I'm aware of the school session in Thailand that you will start the session in perhaps after the second week of May. So as Abigail just mentioned in her presentation, that we are quite flexible in terms of, implementation phase. So if you can start your lesson plan in June, and you have to go beyond the deadline or beyond our time frame, that is quite flexible. But please let us know your time frame as well, so that we can adjust our schedule. For example, if you start in June, and in which subject that you will have, I don't remember which subject that all of you are teaching, but for example, 15 hours in your lesson plan. When can you finish it? Just let us know. Perhaps later, not today, but this is what I'm aware of at the beginning about the school session in Thailand. Is that
Thank you
clear
very much.
to you?
Yes, it is. Thank you very much.
Okay, appreciate your question, Sir Pacha, and thank you, Miss Doria and Miss Abigail, for the clarification. Any questions from other participants? Oh, Miss Elsa is raising her hand. Yes, Miss Elsa.
Uh, Thank you. I have a question about lesson plan that we will teach our students in the guide we got. If I'm not wrong, it start that it's class which is people around 30 students. Even though in our school there are 56 students in one class. So how it can be? I need some suggestion from participants. That's all I want to ask. Thank you.
Kunduriaka, would you like to say
Yes.
something?
You can respond that. Yeah.
Okay, Ka. Madam Elsa, thank you for the question. A very interesting question, because you have 56 students and we said we only need 30. This morning, they only had 20 students and we need 30. So for your case, Madam Elsa, this is not a problem. The 30 number is a minimum. If you go beyond 30, we don't see any problem.
Okay, Miss Elsa. Thank you, Miss Abigail, for
Okay.
that
Thank you.
clarification. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Elsa. Do you have any questions? Okay, I guess none. Let's ask some other participants. I see Medong, Mr. Medong from Thailand. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yes, I have the question because in our school we have 5 teachers and we teach different subjects. So that we have the resource decided for everyone, or we can choose only one subject from us.
Okay. May
Abigail?
I? Okay,
Yeah.
Ka. Right. Sir, you have 5 teachers in the school, and these 5 teachers are the ones participating in this study.
Yes.
And for each teacher, each of you has one subject area each.
We teach the different subjects because 5 teachers we teach 5 subjects, and everyone for example, I teach English, another one teach mathematics and Thai and science and physical educations.
Ajanka, that is perfect. That one teacher teaches one subject. So we don't limit to science and environment anymore. English subject is okay. Maths is okay. Physical education is okay. So in your school, if all 5 teachers, each has different, then that is ideal. That is good.
we must do every teachers, or we can choose only one.
Every teacher ka. Every teacher of the 5 nominated teachers, each one ka will do lesson plan. For example, in your case, you teach English.
Yeah.
Then you will work on lesson plans in English ka. Then another teacher in science and the rest in whatever subjects.
Okay. And we use the same problem, or we can use different problem.
Different ka, depending on your plan. For example, in English, you're teaching grade 8. It's you and your plan only. A teacher in science teaching grade 7 is different ka. Different topic altogether, different priorities. So individual planning.
Okay, thank you so much. And
Yes.
the school is open on the second week of May.
Yes ka, the same concern raised by Ajan Kritsanapong just now. So flexible on the timing ka. On day 3, we will have lesson mapping. So each teacher will determine when do you want to do it. So we will discuss that ka.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you ka.
Okay, thank you so much.
We
Miss
still have,
Abby. Okay.
all right, thank you so much, Abby. We still have questions coming from our participants. So let's start with Miss Elsa. How about Mr. De Los Santos? I think Mr. De Los Santos is raising his hand.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Hello once again. I have just a little bit concerned. I am just a little bit concerned regarding the tool. We would like to, in the hypothesis, we would like to ascertain whether there are positive changes in the case sub. I am wondering if the case sub tool will be in a Likert form. Will it be in a Likert form, Likert scale form?
Yes, yes, sir. Very quickly, we have prepared a draft pretest for KSAV, and there are 2 or 3 items that the teacher will design, but it's all Likert scale.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. The reason why I'm asking is because I have been thinking about a statistical tool to be used in this, and you made mention of chi-squares instead of the usual test for comparison, which is the t-test, dependent sample t-test, and independent sample t-test. Since you have already mentioned the type of data that we'll be gathering, I have a strong recommendation and suggestion that we use other statistical tool other than chi-squares. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Maybe we will call you later on and we will pick your brain, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. De Los Santos. We have from Fernando. Mr. Fernando, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the time. I just want to let you know that some of our teachers here, yes,
Sir, there
hello?
is like a glitch. There's a glitching sound on your end. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to let you, yeah? Okay, I just want to let you know that some of our teachers uh, from different subjects. For example, one of our teacher is teaching math, and one of our teacher teaching art or music. The other one is teaching natural science. So, how about our lesson plans? because in Timor-Leste we use two different official language. One is Tetun and another one is Portuguese. And the problem is language. How about their problem? Can you explain us about this one?
Thank you, Sir Fernando. Kunduriaka, may I answer on this?
Yes, go ahead, Abigail.
In terms of language, sir, this is expected that each teacher will teach the lesson plan in the prescribed language. So the language is not part of the study. So if your subject is taught in Tetum, then we have to do it in Tetum. And for your teachers, just like the question of one teacher from Thailand, they have different subject areas, which is ideal. So we do not have a problem with that, sir. And then in language, we will not change your language of instruction. Whatever is the language of instruction in your school, in your subject, you will use that language.
I hope it's clear to everyone. Any other questions coming from our participants? I think Mr. De Los Santos has a question.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mr. Fernando. So we will be entertaining one more question before we go to our post test, because I think we have only 9 minutes before the post for the post test. So we will be entertaining one more question. All right, let's have Mr. Castro. Mr. Castro has been raising his hand, so go ahead, Mr. Castro. In case that you still have questions in your deck right now, please give us your questions. We could answer that questions maybe tomorrow for some, before we start our session. And maybe we could also apply that around the proper session as well, or the session proper. So for the meantime, we will park your questions because we're running out of time. And we will be moving on to the last part of our program. And we really appreciate that our participants this afternoon are really active and engaging. Thank you so much for your keen attention and observation related to the presentations presented by our SEP's director and our program officer from SEMEO, Ms. Abigail, and our SEP's director, Ms. Duria. Thank you so much to our teacher participants. At this point in time, we will be posting the link for the Google form for the post test. We will give you 7 minutes to finish the post test. Anyway, there are only 5 questions. And right now it's open, so kindly access the link for you to be able to answer the questions on the post test. With that, we are very much happy for being so engaging and participative, especially on asking some clarification questions related to the upcoming research pilot study that we will be doing in our classroom. So we will be expecting more of tomorrow and for the next 2 days that we will be having for this training. So we are sharing right now the screen of the post test, and at the moment, I think our participants are busy answering the questions, so we will wait for the responses. Again, for your questions, kindly post it, and we will try to answer that for tomorrow for some refreshments, maybe for refreshers of the first day session that we had.
Okay, so while everybody's answering the post test, we would like to thank everyone. We are extremely grateful for your efforts and your active participation. We hope that you find this workshop to be helpful in your daily lives, not just as topics to be discussed within your schools and community. This philosophy, the sufficiency economy, highlights a balanced way of living, following the three principles: moderation, reasonableness, and self immunity, along with the conditions of morality and knowledge, can be applied to any level of the society, from individual to a country. So we have posted the post test link. So to those who are not able to click it, please do and answer the questions given. Thank you.
And if you missed something related to our session for today, you can go visit the live video that has been recorded during our live stream in YouTube and Facebook. And also, we will be posting the recorded video for your reference as well. Just give us time to download or to publish the video because it takes time for Google Meet to be able to have the video posted on our classroom. And again, we are encouraging everybody to kindly access our Google Classroom so that you would see there some of the example or drafted research tools in which we will be needing your brilliant ideas for us to be able to make the research tools and research project for this pilot study to be better and updated. If you do have some add-ups or updates, then you might be giving us the suggestions on the streams or comment section on our Google Classroom. And that is really appreciated. So we have 3 more minutes, and I also would like to inject this profile form for everybody because one of the research tool that we will be needing is the profile form of the teacher participant. So we created a Google form for every participant, and the link is found on our chat box. If you want to access or answer that later or tonight, maybe you can go ahead and copy that link and save that to your notepad or to your notes in your device. Or maybe if you have time to visit the classroom also, that Google form is available. All right, so there you go. We have 20 responses out of our 30 participants. I really like this session for this afternoon because all of our participants are very responsive and engaging. Thank you so much for being with us. And on behalf of Walilac University and Simeo SEPs, I agree with the idea of Serlin a while ago that sufficiency economy philosophy must be applied in our existence. We need to lead with the examples of the SEP concepts, not only for ourselves, but on the paradigm of teaching and learning process in aiming to improve human well-being as a developmental goal for everyone. And to start with, this is our SEP and SDG in classroom, a pilot research study for this training. So thank you so much for coming, and we are looking forward to see you soon tomorrow, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. There are participants that wanting some technical assistance related to the tools that we are using right now. Maybe you can stay. We are still here. We could assist you. The technical staff of Walilac University, me and my team here are very much eager and willing to help for some technical assistance and issue for navigating the tools that we are using all throughout these sessions, day 1, day 2, and day 3. So in case you want to stay a little bit longer, maybe 10 minutes more of your time, then we are willing to help and assist you for that. Thank you. Say, for example, the changing, I could see that others were able to change our participants coming from Philippines. Some of them had already changed their names on the screen. So our participants coming from Thailand, I saw a while ago. So maybe you want some help related to that, or maybe you want some help navigating with the tools like Padlet, or navigating the tools in our classroom, Google Classroom. We would definitely be willing to assist everybody. And by the way, all the resources, the presentations that were done during our session are in our classroom. So if you want to access them, it's available there. You can download so that whenever you go offline, you could go ahead and check it. So let me share my screen for the classroom. Sorry. Let me share first my screen. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. It's really such a productive day, and thank you for being with us today. So this is the classroom that we have. Our classroom has program and schedule. So if you want to go over with the program for day 1, day 2, and day 3, you have under training program and schedule. You also have the Microsoft Word version for that. We have here the classroom research tools. If you want to go and check the available research tools that we drafted, just for an example, they are still subject for editing and for updates. We also have your list here. You can update if there are some mistakes, especially on the spelling and salutations. We have here the resource materials. If I'm not mistaken, one was asking a while ago about the consent form. So the consent form is available there. And some of the example modules that we will be using in integrating SEP into your lessons. And this was the schedule for the principal orientation held last Monday. And we have also our the first day of the workshop. So we have here the schedule for everybody. So we will keep on updating and integrating the resource material, especially the YouTube video for the presentation.
May I have the suggestion that
Go ahead.
should we have the live group to together, because when we want to ask something, we can ask on the live group. It is okay.
Oh, I think that would be a good suggestion as well. There is also actually available 24/7 for the Facebook page, the messenger, but I'm not sure. For the line group, that is also a good idea. However, I would like to ask if all the countries can download Line application, because maybe some countries do not have Line application. They want a Line group for easy communication. All right. I would like to ask if there are still participants coming from Timor-Leste. If
Oh, someone
uh,
is asking if it is okay if the lesson plan is written in Thai.
yes, that's okay, because again, as what Miss Abigail said a while ago, we will not be changing the language that you had been using in teaching and learning. So in the lesson plan as well, it's a sample lesson plan. So go ahead, whatever language that you had been using, that's okay.
AI translation, yeah.
Okay, so let me show you the Google Classroom again. So this is the YouTube video. So this is the YouTube video that was presented a while ago by uh, Ms. Kunduria. So you can access those videos available in the Google Classroom. It says playlist SEP workshop March 2024. So along with that are the videos that will be that are available for your reference. So we will be making the QR code for the line group for all the participants for this pilot study on SEP and SDG in classroom, so that we would have a 24/7 open line for communication and for some queries or questions. We will be posting the QR code in our Google Classroom for all our participants to access that line group. So for all the participants, it is advised that you should have to download Line application on your mobile devices or on your laptops. So the name of the application is Line. It is available for both iOS and Android version, even on your laptop.
Yeah.
If you are using an Apple or an iOS device, you can download Line app in your app store. If you are using an Android device, you can download that in a Google Play. If you are going to on the Play Store, if you are going to use your laptop, you can just go to google.com and search for the Line app and click on download. Thank you so much. So if you don't have questions for us, I think, or if you do have questions formulated tonight, you can go ahead and have it asked in our next session tomorrow. And this is John once again, together with my colleagues. Have a wonderful afternoon. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow.